welcome to Go Beyond Betty. So last week when we made some red chili sauce, we did it from puree and the dried chili powder. You can click up here and watch that video. But today with that sauce, we're gonna make some enchiladas. So we're gonna do some red chili beef enchiladas today. If you're interested in watching my green chili chicken enchiladas, which is my personal favorite, you can click up here as well. So to make our enchiladas, we need corn tortillas, we need our red chili sauce that I have in the background, you need some cheddar cheese, and we need our beefy layer. So I have just some ground beef. This is 90% lean. Doesn't matter what leanness you make. An onion, some garlic. So we're gonna get that going in the pan first, and then it's just a process of layering. So the hardest part is having that perfect red chili sauce. All right, get this going in a pan, a little neutral oil on at least medium-high heat. Boop, boop, boop. Our onions are starting to soften. We're gonna add 2.5 pounds of ground beef. Pay attention to how much you want to add. I always like at least 2 pounds, but it lets me know how much salt I want to use. So if it's 2.5 pounds of ground beef, I'm going to do 2.5 teaspoons of salt. And maybe a little more because I have onions in this. With our tortillas, I'm doing half blue and half white. Doesn't matter, any color, they all taste the same. I just put them in some oil for just a few seconds. It'll float. And that's about it. 5-7 seconds. Let it drain. Do the next one.
Why do you do that?
It makes them more pliable, and I think that it holds the sauce on the outside instead of just absorbing the sauce. It just tastes better. So we have our softened tortillas, corn tortillas in oil. They're really hot. We have our ground beef with onions, a little bit of garlic, plenty of salt. Our red chili made from the puree. And then shredded cheddar, as much as you want. We're using about 12 ounces. I like to spray a 9x13 pan. It just makes it easier to clean later on. So it's a lot like lasagna. We have 18 corn tortillas, so it's gonna be 3 layers. Ideally, you don't do these when they're crazy hot like this, but I am. All right, we've got 1 layer of corn tortillas. If you want, alternate it more, make it prettier. And then you're gonna do half of your meat mixture. A nice layer of beef, add some cheese. You want your cheese to be in kind of in thirds, third of your cheese, and same with the sauce. Just a nice little layer, because the majority of the sauce, if anything, we want it for the top, because you want it fully covered on top. Next round of corn tortillas. Ay, ay, ay. Tootsie. Last round of meat. Now with all the extra juices in the bottom, I'm not putting that in here. I don't need it soggy. That's the other reason why we're frying those tortillas, because it'll just keep the sogginess out. Same idea of putting like mayonnaise on a sandwich. Smooth it out. Make sure your oven is going. Get it about 350, 375. You could crank it up to 400 if you're kind of in a pinch for time. Another little bit of cheese, another little bit of sauce, and our last round of tortillas. Try to make the top a little bit prettier. Sneak this one in. Boom, extra. No one will know. No one's gonna know.
How are they gonna know?
How are they gonna? No one's gonna know. Pours your sauce. Smooth it all around. Finish up with all that cheese. Thank you for shredding this, dear.
Pro tip, ask your husband to shred the cheese. He will shred more than you want.
There's no such thing. That's great. All right, leave it uncovered. Let's get it in. I'm gonna go 350, and you just want it to be melted and bubbly. Since everything is fully cooked, it's not gonna take that long. You could, however, if you didn't want to make it till later on or tomorrow, you can just cover it right now and put it in the fridge. And it's fine until whenever you're ready to bake it. Oh, so our enchiladas are done. Oh, they look delicious. You always have to wait at least like 10 minutes once you get them out, because otherwise it's just gonna fall all over the place, just like now. So, and why is it the first one out? It's always the ugliest. Don't look at... Don't judge me on my beauty, because I didn't wait 10 minutes. Look at all the layers of cheese, tortilla, meat, and chili. Mm-hmm. It's gonna burn my mouth, blow it.
You're not gonna, yeah.
Go on. Yummy. It's delicious. It's so nostalgic for me, like that flavor of chili and the cheese and tortillas. Makes me think I'm like in 4th grade again at my friend's house eating delicious red chili beef enchiladas. So on the side, if you're making this for dinner, you definitely want beans and another side. So if you click up here, you can look at the black bean video. You can use any kind of bean, just do the same method, because pinto beans would be probably the most authentic. Then calabacitas, you can click up here. Zucchini, bacon, little green chili, or you could omit the green chili. Onions, delicious, flavorful veggie side. 2 of my absolute favorites to go with this. And then sopapillas if you have them. So thank you for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking risks in the kitchen. And if you want to see more done with the red chili, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell down below. The bell will notify you when I have done those other videos. So thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye.